Hi, I'm Juhber and welcome back to the NSG server. Last time, we built our haunted dye shop and devised a way to produce all the different colors of dye. This time, we are going to do some serious base work, including expanding our sorting system to deal with shulkers and updating our very inadequate AFK concrete maker. We will also start working on the endgame for the exterior of the base, but we won't finish that for a while. Before we start on all that jazz, I would like to do some housekeeping first. We need to check our profits in the shopping district. Now that we have 2 shops, we doubled our chances to get money. That's science. Probably. We've actually had a bit of success. Gotta remember to split the obsidian profits with safe. Ooh, and 1 green dye sold. No, wait, I'm pretty sure I did that. That was me. And Minion has been doing some work on the nether hub. It is looking pretty awesome. We'll actually be building some custom trees here later. The last project has created a huge mess in our base, which is part of what we're going to be working on in this video. I'm lazy. Like, really lazy. I don't want to go through these shulkers, I just want to throw them into my sorting system and be done with it. And, in general, I just want to move out of this advanced starter base and into my permanent base that I put so much time into a couple of episodes ago. To accomplish this, I have developed a much more manageable spreadsheet than last time. Gotta check my sorting system to see if we have any of these items already on hand. But, of course, we have to go look for Severus Sand. I wonder if I could get a wrist strap for my sword. And then we will gallantly grab gratuitous gobs of gravel. I gave the cavalry a quick tour of my base after I returned from my resource expedition, and he donated 3 shulkers of glass and a few redstone odds and ends. I'll have to figure out a way to help him out in return. This is going to be the fastest I've ever collected all my resources for a project. Just gotta grab some dye, and hopefully this is the last time I have to use this janky concrete maker. And then, my resources were collected and I was able to start digging, but I only excavated the minimum required space to fit a Haste 2 beacon, which, if you didn't know, makes life a lot easier. So I cleared out the space for my new concrete maker and an expansion tunnel for future use. And then I turned my focus to the other hallway, where I would be locating my new shulker sorter. I made another big hole in the ground and space for yet another expansion hallway. I'm really excited for this expansion because it is the beginning of my non-stackable item processing. This hole will eventually become a hallway housing the rooms responsible for sorting shulkers, potions, gear, tools, and everything else I can think of. I started off by building the smaller of the 2 hallways. This hallway includes my new AFK concrete maker, which has a few cool features. To use it, you push the button and hold down right and left click. It replaces the concrete powder at the same rate you're using it, and when you run out, it moves the block out of the way to ensure that you don't break the machine. You can also change the block that we're using to place our concrete powder on in case we wanted to use this to strip logs or do something else that we wouldn't want the block to be wood. On the other side of the hall, we have our utility area. This has our infinite water source, all the different crafting benches that we need, and a bit of additional storage as well. And then we move to the other hallway to start work on our shulker sorting area. This might not be the best design for a shulker sorter that exists, but it's one that I came up with on my own, and that's really important to me. It sorts out empty shulkers from non-empty shulkers and then sends them to one of 2 chests. I decided to do this mechanically because I thought it was cooler to be able to watch the 2 different shulkers get booped to their separate hoppers. There is a 3rd chest that will drop shulkers into a shulker unloader and then send the items back into the main sorting system. Finishing this system is pretty exciting because it means that I can just grab all of these shulkers and toss them in a chest. Then it was time to start expanding my ravine. I don't want to give too much away, but to make the exterior of my base, I need to bring all of this down to bedrock, which means I need to completely remove both my starter and my intermediate bases. Done, 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 done. Ooh, glitch, get out the way. I'm starting to expose parts of my base that are supposed to be hidden, but it also means that it will be significantly easier to get around. I died in the nether hub through no one's fault but my own, and then I took my frustration out on some of the local fauna. As part of my contribution to the nether hub, I went to collect some basalt and blackstone. Then I made my first of several custom trees for the nether hub. I made 5 different dead looking trees. I was going for a petrified look that I thought seemed appropriate for the nether. Also, I've been kind of obsessed with building in a monochrome block palette ever since the nether update. Proof, look at last week's haunted house build. I tried to make sure each tree was unique from all the other ones, which is going to be increasingly harder moving forward. Based on the spacing of the trees right now, I think I'm going to need to make another 11 or 12 trees to fill out the whole nether hub. But I'm not going to do that today. And then I went back and got some more base excavation done. However, I've run into a problem several times this video where Minecraft will crash from running out of memory and I'll lose all of the replay footage I was recording. Very frustrating, but there's not really anything I can do about it. The last thing on my agenda was to fulfill my part of my challenge to GoonerWinner and go end busting with him. This went slightly different than I initially thought it was going to.
Okay, soldier, I know this is your first time out in the field, but if you listen to me, follow my lead, and use your head, we should all get out of this alive. Now, preparation is the most important step in surviving the upcoming battle. You need at least 9 stacks of rockets, 2 stacks of food, 1 stack of logs, a shield, a sword, an elytra, and a bow. And some way to continue to shoot that bow ad infinitum. Your boots had better have feather falling, because I have lost a few good people from that and I do not plan to do so today. If you don't have any of these items, speak now or you'll be telling St. Peter about it later at the pearly gates. Now your enemy is a 1 meter by 1 meter space cube of purple anger and aggression. It can shoot heat-seeking missiles of levitating destruction and it can close itself up like an oversized demonic clam. If closed, you will not shoot your bow at it because there's a good chance it will deflect into you or worse, me, and that would ruin both of our days. Our objective is to kill as many of these godforsaken creatures as we can and to bring back as much gear as we can for all of our future endeavors. Now I hope you took notes because I am not repeating myself today. It is time to move out.
Let's do this, even though I'm just ahead.
Wait, what?
I want to do the best I can and try not to fall in that void. Woo, here we go. Yeah! And busting.
So, I went end busting like the Minecraft version of Chuck Noland, Tom Hanks' character from Castaway. I didn't go for too long, but I did get a decent return. And now, it's time to depart. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos similar to it, and leave a comment if you have any ideas for what I can do next. Okay, bye!